you so much for being here with me today. It's lovely to have you.
Thank you.
So in this video, we have been talking to several of our clients at various levels of sort of management, talking about how we educate our skills force in construction, but also about how we encourage the younger generation into the construction industry. So I understand you're studying construction management and engineering at Portsmouth University.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about your degree so far and kind of what you've studied to this point?
Yep, so I'm going into my third year now, and so yeah, more than halfway through my course. So the first year was kind of covering, well, first and second was more covering the engineering side of it, and my third year modules cover more the management side. I've had some quite interesting modules so far. I've had an underwater diving module where I initially wanted to go into maybe underwater engineering. It still does give me that opportunity in the future if I ever did want to go into that sort of side of construction. And another opportunity was to undertake a group project to kind of alleviate poverty in Peru. It was through a charity called EcoSwell, and the university used it as a coursework. Our group actually progressed into the competition, and nationally I think we came 35th. But the winning design, they actually used it to build kind of standardised housing, again, as I've said, to alleviate poverty. So it's quite interesting. You get a lot of sort of opportunities to go into various aspects of construction to kind of set you up for eventually when you do graduate.
Yeah. So when you started or sort of selected your degree, did you ever imagine that you'd be able to do the diving and then kind of these elements, or, you know?
I kind of knew that it was available, so you can actually have a look at the module breakdown to see what's in the module. So yeah, it was quite good to have a look, and I saw in my year two that one of them was an underwater diving module, so I thought it'd be quite good to sort of do that. Not only because it's quite interesting, but again, as I've said, you can kind of get your foot into the door. It opens up opportunities for various roles within construction.
So I guess also kind of having those, you know, different elements to the course, and that you did your research before, it's quite nice to know that the course isn't purely academic, that actually learning, you can go and actually do activities within your degree as well and learn new skills within construction. So I guess the question is how did you choose your degree course, and, you know, did anything inspire you?
You don't necessarily have to be an academic person to do various roles within construction. It's so vast that it can suit everyone. Myself, I was hands-on and I knew I wanted to do something practical. And then I kind of been to sort of a lot of sort of different countries and experienced a lot of different architecture across the world. And particularly Dubai had almost like a futuristic perspective to it. The buildings are literally kind of out of this world. It's nothing like sort of I've ever seen, well, anywhere that I've kind of been to. I'm a kinesthetic learner, and the architecture was kind of interesting me. And yeah, that's how I kind of came across the course.
So you mentioned that obviously you've had a couple of projects at the moment, and your recent project was working on something in Peru. Has that been the most kind of interesting part of your degree to date?
So I'd say that's definitely my favourite project that we've worked on. But again, uni during COVID times has been quite difficult. But hopefully we're going into the third year, and hopefully we can kind of get back to normal as such.
So your degree, Olly, is construction management and engineering. So what has the first couple of years entailed versus kind of next year?
So we've had the opportunity to go on various kind of sort of small trips. We went to the Isle of Wight just to investigate soil mechanics. So it was quite interesting to see the different types of like clay and different types of soil. So that was also quite interesting, and again appeals to someone like myself who is very hands-on with that kind of way of learning.
Yeah.
Not only that, obviously we do have sort of, you know, like I said, the maths part of it, so it is classroom based as well. So yeah, I think I've also worked on a few modules which are like structural analysis of buildings. Again, maths isn't exactly my strong point, but it is quite interesting to see how the different forces that literally hold up a building, for example, the different types of tensions, and to see how buildings are created.
Obviously, you've chosen your degree and you're going into your third year, and you're kind of at the next stage where now you're looking to, find a career path that really suits you. But how do you think we can encourage more younger people into the industry or construction as a career path itself?
I think the key is to educate people in year 11 and in sixth form students as well that there are multiple roles across the construction industry. Whether you're, again, academically driven or not, there is something for you in construction. Once you get a grade, it's not set in stone that is your, the rest of your life, the end all be all. That is just a stepping stone for the next chapter, really.
Yeah.
So I'd say definitely through educating younger students on the roles that construction has.
Yeah, absolutely. So given that, and obviously going into your last year, what do you hope to do after finishing your degree? What's kind of the next step?
So my course, I had the opportunity to do a sandwich year, which is 2 years learning in university, a year placement, and then your third year, final year. Because of COVID, I wasn't able to do a placement. It was initially meant to be in Australia. So hopefully I can do my third year this year, and hopefully I can get to Australia next year. Luckily the company have said they're holding the role to transfer over to next year. And who knows, I could stay out there or I could come back. I'm not sure yet, but again, we'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
And on that fitting note, thank you, Olly.
Thank you.